Hey, so we have a really big announcement that we want to share with you here in just a little bit. But before we do, I want to ask you a question. I want you to think for just a second about the people that are in your life, maybe family, friends, coworkers, and I want you to ask yourself this question. Do a little bit of a survey. What value do they add to your life? Think about your relationships and think about the value. What value do they add to your life? You know, it's really important that we surround ourselves with the right kind of people. We say this a lot. We got to get around greatness. And I know in a lot of instances, you may not have a choice as to who you hang out with because maybe you work with them. Maybe you're forced into an environment daily where you're interacting with these individuals and you're thinking, man, Pastor Brad, you don't understand. They're so negative and they're always complaining and pointing out the obvious, but they have no solutions. And they're just negative complainers and energy drainers. I get it. I understand. But that's why it's so important that you connect with people that are great.
And honestly, that's one of the things that as pastors, we wanted to make sure that we had available to our people because we know that the right kind of people really affect every part of your life. It inspires you to be a better person, inspires you to be a better parent. I mean, if you've ever been around those people who are like, my kids are like demons, and you're like, ooh, mine too. You know what I'm saying? You like chime in. Birds of a feather, they flock together, right? And so you want to make sure that you're around people who are inspiring you with health and with family and with your personal walk with God. Like every area of your life, you should have somebody in your life that is like, you are admiring them in a good way. Like I am encouraged by them to be a better person in my career path, whatever it is. So at Mountain Movers, one of the things we did from the get-go was like, think about how can we help people surround themselves with the right kind of people. And around here, we just use the word connect because we just like it. It's like things just connect, they lock up,
you
right?
You link up, you hook up.
Right, and
connect.
we're stronger that way.
Yep.
So one of the things that we did was we have things called life groups. And some of you guys are a part of it and some of you are not because you're like, this is weird, I don't really understand it. And I get that, you just need to try it. But the main reason that we do life groups is because you need to connect with the right kind of people, all right? You need to be connecting with people who will encourage you. And obviously, we all have bad days. I mean, I know we need the rain. Don't really like it, but right now in Oklahoma, like we woke up to 5 o'clock this morning. Actually, alarms go off at like 4:15, and all of a sudden we hear the wind like, bah, like massively shaking the house. Okay, and I'm not that like scared about tornadoes, but what hit us immediately was that we had been working on the dock yesterday. We'd bought this ginormous like floaty for our kids, and when we left, it's like, what is it? It's a
unicorn.
It's a unicorn
With American flag.
It's awesome.
Wings,
it was really
and
cool.
Tail, and horn.
Yeah, so like 3 or 4 people can jump on it. We had our nephews
Very
yesterday, Cash and Kipton, and they were down there with us on it. So anyway, we had left it down by the water, and I told Brad, like, just leave it there.
Just lean it up against a tree.
Lean it up against the tree. No big deal. It's not going anywhere unless it storms. So it hits us at 5 o'clock. Gosh, that floaty's down there. Like, we just blew it up for hours yesterday, and here it is down by the lake, and Brad's like, it's probably already in the lake. And I'm like, you gotta go check. And he's like, really? Yeah, that's the man job.
In my PJ pants and house shoes, took off outside.
Right. So he flies down to the lake, comes back, he has it. I'm like, yay,
thank God,
kids are gonna be so
there.
excited. Dad to the hero, like, to the rescue, he's the hero. So, honestly, in your life, there's those moments when you have the opportunity to get completely negative. This morning, we could have been completely ticked off, like, he got soaking wet, I don't care for the rain. But you know what you have to choose to do is you have to just choose to laugh. And thank God you came in, he doesn't even like mornings, and he came in, like, laughing and, you know, kind of like, give me a hug. I'm like, no,
brisk
you're
and
wet.
very awake after I got rained on. It was pretty cool.
But we have to choose, honestly, what will our attitude be in every situation? And the people you put yourself around will determine
Have
that.
a big, big part in all of that.
That's right. So life groups are a thing that you can choose to be a part of and get around the right kind of people. And honestly, you can be transparent. If you've had a really bad day, you can say, like, my day sucked. Like, I hated it today. It was horrible. And other people can encourage you. And there's going to be other days where someone else in that group is going to be like, hey, today was rough. I lost my job. My kids are frustrating me today, whatever it is. And you can honestly be transparent and encourage one another because somebody's already walked where you've been,
But
all right?
both
or where you're going.
parties have a responsibility in this. There's going to be moments when somebody that you have a relationship with is down and they're really discouraged because something's going on in their life, and that's your opportunity right there, door wide open for you to say, hey, oh my goodness, it's going to be okay. Hey, I'm going to be praying for you. Let's look in the scripture and let's see what God's word has to say about this. And you start rubbing shoulders and making each other better. And there's going to be times when you're down and you need somebody else to lift you up.
That's right.
But it's really important that you determine who you're going to put yourself around on a regular basis, because really that's who's going to impact your life the greatest. So having those godly relationships, connecting with godly people on a weekly basis is huge.
Right.
And around here we call them life groups, and it's a really, really big thing. It's really important that we connect with one another in life groups weekly.
That's right. And you know, the Bible says in Hebrews 10:24, it says that we should look for ways to motivate and encourage one another in acts of love, which we talk all the time about loving people regardless of their past or their future, where they're at right now, that we should love one another, and that we should not neglect getting together, hanging out and connecting and encouraging one another. So really important. So we are wanting to just share with you, like Brad said, we have a big announcement. We're going to hold that for just a couple minutes. And we want to kind of tell you what's going on with life groups this summer, okay? So it's not just about connecting, because that's huge, but it's also about you growing in your relationship with God. So you come to life groups, you connect, you have fun, you make friends, because the larger a church gets, the easier it is on a Sunday to just come in and go out and never really make friends with people. So life groups, you can do that.
Yep.
If you're online, we're gonna share some exciting stuff for you if you are one of them out of town that connect with us that way. But this summer, we are really excited about a power-packed schedule for you.
I'm
okay?
so excited. This summer is
gonna
going
be
to be so incredible over the next 6 weeks.
Okay, so tonight we are actually going to open up life groups. The newest groups are going to come out and they're going to hit the app tonight. You're like, what's the app? Okay, so you need to go to the App Store.
If you've not downloaded the app, you're missing it.
That's right.
You got to download it.
So
That's
go
how
to
you stay
Google
connected.
Play or to
iTunes.
iTunes, right? And download the Mountain Movers Church app. And when you do, you're going to see, you can get the messages, you can get all kinds of information.
Oh, yeah.
But one of the things you can do is you can hit connect. And if you hit connect, it's going to show you what events are going on around here. It's going to tell you opportunities of how you can get connected and serve. But what I want you to go to is life groups. And if you'll go to that tonight, like after 6 o'clock, you will be able to see all the groups getting ready to roll out. And I'm really excited. There are some awesome groups, okay? And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get signed up, because we only take 18 in every group.
Why is that?
Okay, good question. We want to make sure that these groups don't get so big that it's hard to connect. You know, because if you get too many people in a room, then it becomes awkward. It's just like a Sunday morning.
Yeah, people aren't going to open up.
Right.
It's hard to have relationship with that many people. The whole point is to maintain intimacy and just real relationship.
Well, and we've
it's hard to do
designed
that
it
with a
to
big
be
group.
like a living room. Like you're sitting around in your living room, having snacks, having something to drink, hot coffee or lemonade or whatever the season is, and you're just kicking back and relaxing, but growing together.
Family. It's about family. Yeah.
It's about family and relationships. So this afternoon, you can go, you know, like I said, 5 or 6, you can go, you can see all the new groups, you can start getting signed up, because unfortunately, once a group hits 18, it closes, all right? Now, what I want to tell you is this. Tonight ends our series, so if you haven't jumped on, you can still come out tonight or tomorrow night, okay? This was a short series. It was only 3 weeks. And then this summer, we're actually taking a break from life groups. And you're like,
What?
Why are you smiling?
What?
Yeah, like, why are you smiling? Well, let me tell you why, okay? Each of our life groups have what we call a life group leader. And those life group leaders have families. And as
lives.
pastors,
They have lives.
as pastors, we value their health as well as everybody else's. So we've decided this summer to do something different, and that is we're taking a break from life groups, but not from connecting, okay?
Good.
So life groups this summer are going to take a break after this week, And then we're going to kick them back off on August the 8th. All right, so you can go to the app, you can get signed up August the 8th.
Mark your calendar.
Okay, so what's going to happen this summer then that's going to help us stay connected with one another if we're taking a break? Because we want our life group leaders to get a little bit of a rest. We want them to have time to connect with their families and with you in a different setting, okay?
Right.
So next week, there won't be any life groups on campus. What we will be doing is we'll be getting ready for one of our biggest events of the year.
It's huge.
What is it?
Freedom Fest.
So
I love it.
Years ago,
Freedom Fest.
we started having Freedom Fest, and obviously we're celebrating our freedom as a nation. But we love to have the smokers out here and the grills, and to have yummy food and a huge fireworks display.
We love to honor our veterans.
Yes.
We just love bringing attention to the fact that they've served, and they've served our country well. And it's just a great time to celebrate our
awesome.
independence and our freedom as a union of states, as a
Right.
nation. And so, great time.
It's awesome.
Wonderful
Every
time.
year we try to do something to make it a little bit better, and so you're not going to be disappointed. So that is going to be June 27th, all right? It's the last Wednesday of the month, because we want you the next week, if you haven't seen your calendars, is actually the 4th of July. So we want you to connect that night with your own family. Those relatives you don't hardly ever see, come on now. You need to love on your family. So 4th of July is the following week. Then, oh my gosh, we do an awesome camp on campus.
On campus, right
okay?
here.
This year it's called Camp Out.
What ages are those?
That is 4-year-olds. Okay, so
Sorry to
basically,
put you on the spot.
No, I got it. It's all right here.
It's all right here. To
Pre-K
fourth grade,
to
correct?
4th grade.
Yeah.
And our kids pastors and our kids ministry team, man, they put it on.
Incredible.
It's going to be awesome. That is July 13th.
This is not hype. Like, really, it's
14th.
it is incredible.
I'm not going to miss it.
No, I'm not gonna miss it.
And
We'll
I'm
be
not
here.
a kid. Like, I
No,
love
seriously, it's awesome.
it. It's very cool.
They do a great
They'll
job.
do tons of water games. There will be awesome food. You'll stay the night. And this is
Great-
an opportunity
great church
for
services.
younger kids who can't necessarily handle being away from mom and dad
Because they get homesick.
for a full week,
Yeah.
to still experience camp. So it's power-packed 2 days. It's awesome. It's on campus.
It's cool.
And if you haven't checked any of our camps out, okay, you can also go to the app.
Yep.
Down in the right-hand corner, you can click camps. I think, yeah, it says camps. I do think.
Yeah.
Click on it, and it'll show you all the camps, okay? So that's our first one. Then the next week, on the 16th, which is a Monday, we're going to leave out of here with our 5th to our 8th graders.
I'm glad you have the calendar.
Okay,
in front of
I
you.
do.
My
I'm
goodness
cheating.
gracious.
Look, right here. I got it. So, on the 16th, we're going to leave out, and we're going to be gone till the 20th, and that will be with our 5th to our 8th graders. And this is an opportunity for these guys to connect with one another. They'll make friends. They're going to be in services that are awesome. We actually go
River
to
Point Christian Camp,
Yep.
and it's really in the heart of the Ozarks. It's not far from St. Louis, but it's on the Merrimack River, and
It's
it
awesome.
is awesome. So
It's
many great things. It's
beautiful,
beautiful.
And we kayak and we raft.
Whitewater
and we
rafting and
tube.
inner tubes, and there's great stuff to do on campus as well, and the services are incredible, life-changing, and these students remember this experience at camp for the rest of their lives.
That's right. Brad and I, before we were pastors, we traveled all over the United States doing camps. We actually did kids camps and kids conferences, teaching churches how to do it. And we saw some amazing camps,
Yes, we
and we
did.
saw some not so amazing camps. And we decided that this particular camp was where we would take our personal children, but also all
Yeah.
the kids from Mountain Movers Church.
Right.
So we go a little bit of a distance. It is about 4.5 hours.
And we don't
Parents,
regret
don't
it.
freak out, okay?
It's a distance,
It
but
is a distance.
The drive is worth the difference.
They sleep.
It
It's
really
awesome. Okay, so then
We
we
sedate
come
them.
home.
We sedate them.
No, we don't. So then we come home for a couple days, all right? We do services on Sunday. Then again on the 23rd, we roll out of here early that morning with our 9th to 12th graders.
12th grade.
Okay? They're going to be gone the 23rd to the 28th. You get them out of your hair the whole week, all right? We take them. Our student pastors will be with us. We're going to have an absolute blast, okay? Then we
Then
come
what's
back.
next, honey?
I know, right? I'm telling you, Power Pack Summer. Brad's actually kind of freaking out when he realized he's a part of all of it, but you know what? It's going to be
It's all
awesome.
good.
So the next week, we are actually coming back, and we are going to be having our annual tractor pull. Okay, so what's a tractor pull?
So redneck. But it is so awesome.
I'm not redneck, but I love it.
But we love it. We love it. We're high-tech rednecks. We're fancified rednecks.
You are.
To an extent. So we take garden tractors, lawn and garden tractors, okay? And people dress them up. Some of them will go all out and they'll paint them, and we have a best dressed competition, kind of like a car show, but for garden tractors. And that's really kind of where I try to stake my claim, because I have no mechanical skills whatsoever.
So some of them soup them up, make them awesome.
Some of them
fast.
come in totally ugly and do not win any part of the best dressed competition, but they can run.
They can pull
like bad boys. And so we actually have this long sled that the garden tractors pull down this track here on campus, and then like every 10 feet, 2 men will jump on every 10 feet, adding body weight to the sled, and we see how far those garden tractors can go as they do wheelies, right?
It's pretty awesome. Actually, the wheelies are my favorite part, like watching them like pop
Yeah.
the tractors. It's awesome. So that's the first Wednesday in August, and really that is like
You can't miss it.
That is like
It's too
the
much
end
fun.
of our summer, big bash,
And
like
that
everybody's
kicks
getting
off
ready to go
school
back
season.
to school.
Yeah.
Exactly. We know that like the next couple weeks, everybody's thinking about like I
getting
got to
ready.
get my kids their clothes,
Yeah.
yada yada yada.
This
Okay.
is all going to happen so fast, guys. Like,
It is.
seriously.
Blink your eyes.
Mark your calendar,
Okay.
get ready. It's about to go
The
down.
following week then is August the 8th. It is my parents' anniversary on that day, but here at Mountain Movers, it's going to kick off our new series for life groups, okay? Those series, it'll run 6 weeks, so it is a perfect time, guys, to like choose to jump in, because it'll be the fall season, and you know, we're all getting into
Just a
that
great
new
time
routine.
to start the new routine for the fall.
Exactly. Get into that new routine. And at the same time, we have life groups. What we didn't mention is that while adults are in life groups on Wednesday night, okay, your kids are in Kidsplosion. They're doing the same thing. Guys, it's important to put your kids and your teenagers around the right kind of people, the right
They're connecting
okay?
weekly. It's all about relationships.
You want them to be around the right kind of people,
Yep.
because they unfortunately go to school and they don't really get a choice as to who's in their class and who they are inundated with always, okay? So kids have Kidsplosion. It's phenomenal. Pastors Willie and Courtney do an amazing job. And then our students are in Accelerate. So 6th grade to 12th grade. They also, after their big worship service, and they have amazing preaching and everything for them, then they break into these small groups. And those small groups are kind of just like life groups for adults. And they basically are broke down by girls and guys and smaller age groups with a mentor who is sitting there helping them to understand what was just taught and how do they apply it to their
It's
life.
about assimilation. It's about taking the content that they've just heard and seen, and now they're discussing it, they're talking about it, and it's personal. It's a time of personal application.
Yeah.
How do we take what we've experienced now and apply it to our lives? And let's talk about it. And that's
Yeah.
really where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah.
Is when you begin talking about these things, hashing them out.
That's right.
And then of course there's so much power when they pray together and when they say, Lord, you know, help us to make this a part of our lives.
Yeah.
Help us to change, help us to get better, and you walk away so encouraged.
And also, if they're having a rough week or
Yeah.
something's going, or they're celebrating something in their
You
life,
can open up.
that's the opportunity
They
to
can share.
and they start connecting as well and making those godly
Right.
relationships that really add value to their life.
We see it every week.
We do, and it's
It's
exciting.
awesome.
So we just wanted to take time to help you understand what's happening this summer. So tonight, if you can make it out at 7, if you're an adult, come out for adult life groups tomorrow night. Bring the whole family. We grill hot dogs. There will be all kinds of stuff going on. But you can come jump in on the final week of this series.
Week 3,
and
final week.
in every life group, they're going to be going through and promoting, helping you to understand what are all these different groups that are coming. And here's our big announcement, okay?
So, should we start it with a question?
I'm not pregnant. Because I know you're thinking that, right? The Heltons would have one more. No, that's
that was
not it.
not funny at all.
Actually, I have had nightmares,
She's had nightmares
about that.
Woke me
yeah.
up. I dreamed you made me pregnant.
Oh, wow. No.
Did you say that?
No.
That's what I heard. That's how I processed it.
Wow,
Hey,
no.
so here's the question for the big announcement. All right. So what do you do? We have so many people. We're so humbled, and it is so cool to see how many people are a part of the Mountain Movers Church family,
But not on campus.
but not on campus. They're attending every single week, but online. And
right.
so we've had to ask ourselves this question over and over: how do we really connect because in life groups, they get to connect face to face in person. They get to build these
Yep.
relationships. They get to rub shoulders and help each other to get better and do this thing called life, which is so hard. But how do these individuals who are watching in Alabama and people who are watching in Kansas and Missouri and these different
New York.
places, New York, and they can't get here, how are they supposed to connect with others? All right, so here's what we're doing. We are launching for the first time ever online life group.
Did you get it?
Online life group.
Online life
Boom.
groups. We are so excited.
I'm gonna start
Our-
with one this go around, and we're gonna have a limit just like we do with all the others, right?
Yeah. So the way it's going to operate, our director of life groups, Brandy, has done an amazing job laying this
Incredible.
out. She is awesome because she has the same heart we do to help people connect and grow. And these people, like if you're watching us right now and you're not in Grove, it's not feasible for you to drive here on a Tuesday or a Wednesday night. You still need to connect with godly people. You need to be encouraged. So that was her heartbeat when she came to us months ago and said, can we make it happen? So what we're going to do is it's going to operate just like a regular life group. It'll shut off at 18 because once again, we can't get the group so big that you lose the aspect of really connecting. And a really cool aspect of life groups is that your life group leader becomes your shepherd, your pastor. That's what shepherd is you're pastoring or shepherding a group of people during that 6 weeks. And so if you get it too big, they can't really do that because they want to encourage you. They want to pray with you. They
That's
want
right.
to be there for you if you need, you need to talk. And so we're going to keep it at 18. So when those groups open tonight, I started to say launch. When they open tonight, you're going to have to go on there and get signed up. So guys, if you're
And
out of town,
time is limited.
yeah.
It's gonna fill up, so you have to jump on this if you want to get in on this first
Well,
online
and
life group.
even though we're not opening the group, we're not launching it until August the 8th because of our summer schedule.
Sign-ups are opening.
Sign-ups will open
And when it's
tonight,
full,
and once it's full,
it's full.
It's full, okay? And man, I'm telling you right now, life group leaders, it breaks their hearts to have to tell you.
And turn people, and it
we're full.
happens every time.
Happens every time, and
People
they're
get
like,
turned away.
we don't want to do it. And we're like, we built these buildings in such a way you can't even put them in here. Like that's it, you're full. So
Because
make
we want
sure,
to maintain
Yes.
that sense of intimacy
Yeah.
in relationships.
So tonight, go get on the app, download it right now, get familiar with it. Make sure that you get on there and you get signed up for a group. You are going to be so excited about the groups that we are offering. The teachings, they're phenomenal. I've seen them. They're awesome. And if you are local, make sure you come out tonight and tomorrow night. And your life group leaders are going to go through every group. You can ask questions so that you can pick the best group for you and your family this go
Yeah, you raise
around.
a good point. So if you're currently in a life group on the MMC campus, get with your life group leader tonight or tomorrow night and have them help you to walk through the process of not only knowing what's available this next go around, but helping you to get
And they're going
signed
to do
up.
that. They're going to do
They're
that.
going to do that,
There's
but
a specific
if you have additional
time.
questions, make sure and really press in and have them help you find the right
Yep.
group.
And if you don't know, just say, what group should I go to?
Yeah.
Like, they're your shepherds. They're going to know, hey, you know what? This would be an awesome group. Get signed up for that one. And you can do it right there in group. So you say, hey, my phone, I don't have a smartphone. I have a dumb phone. Great. Use one of theirs. Somebody in your group's going to have a phone. They're going to have the app. You're going to be able to do it, okay? So we are going to eliminate all the excuses so that you can get signed up and get connected. And honestly, guys, make sure if you're local, you make it out to our big events this year. If your kids are not signed up for camp, get on the app. Everything's on the app, guys. Turn on your notifications so we are not going to blow your phone up, but we do want to kick you out some information. It comes in like a text so that you are reminded of the dates coming up, okay?
right.
So we are super excited.
A lot of great
we
stuff
hope
coming
you
up.
come out tonight and all this summer to connect with us.
All right, so remember, get connected with godly people in your life because we are better together. Love you so much. Have a
All right.
wonderful, wonderful day, and we'll see you soon.